moving on to the next question. Okay, so as I told you yesterday, when we calculate risk and return, we can calculate risk and return with the help of the two situations: when probability is not given, and secondly, when the probability is given. So here we are going to calculate now the risk and return when your probability is given. So the entire formula to calculate your risk as well as return will change. Okay. So here, if you look into the question, they have told the returns of security ABC company and XYZ Limited are given below. So if you look into the table, they have given you the probability, the return of company ABC and the return of company XYZ, and they have asked us to select the security of your preference, and the security has to be selected on the basis of return and risk associated. So I have to keep both my returns and risk involved in the company to select a particular whether to select company ABC or company XYZ. Okay, so before we start calculating, we have to try and understand the difference between this particular problem and the previous problem. So the previous problems that we have solved in class, that is in yesterday's class, did not have any probability. If you see, they had given us the year and the returns. So when the probability is not given, these are the returns that were actually generated by the company during the past years. I repeat, these were the actual returns that were generated by the company during the past years. But if you look into this particular question that we are going to solve now, they would have given us the probability. So what does probability indicate here is probability gives us an idea that this would be the return that is to be generated by the company in the future. For example, the financial analysts have analyzed that ABC company would give you a return of 4%, where there is a 50% chance of giving you 4% return. There is a chance of 40% where the returns would be 2%, and there is a 10% chance where the returns will be nil. So this is what is expected in the future, and therefore probability is given. So when the probability is given, the entire formula to calculate the risk and return will entirely change. Okay, so the entire formula to calculate your risk and return will entirely change. So let's check on how to calculate. I shall move on to the board. Just give me a minute, students. Board is not, the video option is not available. Okay, so hope the board is clear. So now give the heading calculation of risk and return. Yeah, okay. So give the heading calculation of risk and return of ABC when probability is known. Okay, so they have given us the probability to us in the question, and we know what would be the occurrence of the returns, and therefore the equation and the formula would entirely change. Okay, so before we start calculating, we shall just try and figure out on what the problem, what the okay, we'll figure out on what the question exactly means. So if you look into the question, they have told that the returns of ABC, they have given you the returns of ABC, they have given you the returns of XYZ. Now, the return of ABC, if you see, it is 4, 2, and 0. It means that with reference to probability, it means that there is a 50% chance. If you say 0.5, it is 50%. There is a 50% chance of ABC company giving you a return of 4%, okay, and XYZ giving you a return of 0%, and there is a 40% chance that ABC company would give you a return of 2%, and XYZ company would give you a return of 3%, and there is a 10% chance that ABC company would give you a return of 0, that is nil, and there is a 10% chance of XYZ company giving you a return of 3%. Okay, so this is how you interpret the data that is given to you. Now we will move on to the calculation. Give the heading calculation of risk and return. Calculation of risk and return of ABC company when the probability is known. So we will totally have 6 columns. The first column we will talk about probability, which is expressed as PI. Please note the probability is expressed as PI. Okay, so what is the probability of the securities? We have 0.5, 0.4 and 0.1. Now when you total the probability, your probability must always be equal to 1. Okay, your probability must always be equal to 1. So the probability which is given to us in the question is what I've written here, and probability in short is expressed as PI. So the probability is 0.5, 0.4 and 0.1. Okay, and in the second column, I will make a note of the returns that are generated. So we know that returns are expressed as RI, and I'm going to do for company ABC. So returns of ABC. So what is the return of ABC? It is 4, 2 and 0. So that is the return. Now usually earlier when the probability was not given, we used to find the summation of RI bar, that is the average return. But now since the probability is given, we will have to find out the expected return of ABC company. Now how do you find out expected return? Expected return is expressed as ER. So how do you calculate ER? When probability is given, the returns that we are trying to calculate is called as the expected return. I repeat students, when the probability is given, the returns are also given, and we are supposed to find out the expected return that the company would give you in the future based on the probability. So therefore, expected return is expressed as E, capital E and R, where E stands for expected and R stands for returns. So how do you calculate ER? The formula is PI into RI. Now what is PI? PI is probability, RI is individual return. So the first one would be 0.5 into 4. How much? 0.5 into 4. Hello, hope all of you are there in class, and it's morning hour only. Okay, 2, fine. Students, instead of putting in the chat box, can you please unmute yourself and let me know so that it would be easy for me to put it on the board? Deference, Sushma, Sashi, all of you. 2. Second one, 0.4 into 2 is how much?
0.8, ma'am.
0.2.
I mean 0.8, ma'am.
0.8. Okay. Next one, 0.1 into 0 is 0. Any
0.
number multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay. So this is the expected return. Now try to find out your total expected return. So summation of ER. So this is your total expected return. How much is your total expected return?
2.8.
2.8. Okay. 2.8. So we know what is the return that is to be generated by the company ABC. Now we have to find out the standard deviation or risk. So in order to calculate standard deviation or risk, again I have to find out earlier problem we have done RI minus RI bar. So here we will do RI minus ER. Okay. So the next column, in order to find risk, we will do RI minus ER. So what is RI? RI is 4. Okay. RI is 4. And how much is your ER? Your total ER is 2.8. So 4 minus 2.8 is how much? 4 minus 2.8, 1.2.
Yes, ma'am.
Second one, okay. Second one, 2 minus 2.8, it is minus 0.8. Next one, 0 minus 2.8, it is minus 2.8. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so in the next column, students, in the next column, we will have to square this out around. So Ri minus Er, the whole square. So 1.2 square is how much? 1.2 square,
1.44.
1.44. Next, 0.8 square. So as I told you in SD's class, minus when you're getting a negative sign and then you square it out, minus into minus will become plus. Okay, 0.8
0.64.
square,
0.64.
0.64. 2.8 square,
7.84.
7.84.
84.
Okay, so in the last column, we will have to multiply the squared values with the probability because we have to find out risk. So here what we have done is till the third column, what we have found is the return. So after that, what we are calculating is to find out the risk that is associated. Okay, so the last column we will do PI, that is probability into Ri minus Er square. So we know what is Ri minus Er square. It is 1.44 into probability 0.5. How much? 1.44 into 0.5.
0.72, ma'am.
Point?
72.
Okay, 0.72. Second one, 0.64 into 0.4.
0.256.
Point?
256.
256. Okay, next one, 7.84 into 0.1.
0.784.
0.784.
4.
Total of PI into Ri minus Er square.
1.76.
Again,
1.76.
1.76. Okay, so now we are going to calculate risk with the help of standard deviation. So the formula is very simple. Standard deviation when probability is given. We are calculating risk when probability is given. So the formula would be root of summation Pi into Ri minus Er square. So we know what is the total of Pi into Ri minus Er square. It is 1.76. Okay, root of 1.76. So how much is your standard deviation? Remove the root.
1.326.
1.326%. How much is variance?
Ma'am, it's not visible, ma'am.
How much is variance? How much is variance? Hello. Hope all of you are there. Who was answering to me for such a long time?
Ma'am,
Prasad.
Yes, ma'am.
Prasad, how much is variance?
Don't know.
Variance is this only 1.76. If you do not remove the square, that is called your variance. If you remove the square, then it is standard deviation. Okay. So variance, students, variance is 1.76. Again, I'm repeating. Whenever you do not remove the square root of the standard deviation that is given, that is your variance, again expressed as risk. Okay. But if you want to find out standard deviation, then you will have to remove the square root. So if you without removing the square root, your variance would be 1.76. If you remove the square root, the answer that you're getting is 1.326, which is standard deviation. Okay. Cheryl, I think you were asking something. I hope it was Cheryl only.
Yes, ma'am. I was telling variance is root 1.76, ma'am.
Okay. Don't tell root. It is 1.76%. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Make a note of it soon, students, so that we proceed with the next company. People who have understood how to calculate, you can start doing the next company XYZ also. Start calculating for XYZ. Can I erase the board? Have you all done? Can you give me an acknowledgement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Others? Okay, fine. Okay, so similarly, students, we will try doing it for company XYZ also. So probability remains same, so I have not erased it out. So probability for XYZ also is 0.5, 0.4 and 0.1. So give the heading calculation of risk and return of XYZ when probability is known. Yes, can anyone help me out? Defrin, are you there? Defrin?
Yes, ma'am.
Defrin, are you there? Can you unmute yourself, ma?
Hello.
Can you be a bit louder?
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute. Yes, be a little louder.
Yes, ma'am. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yeah. Tell me the returns, ma, of company XYZ.
0,
0,
3, 3.
3, 3. Okay. Now, how do you calculate ER? It is PI into RI. Okay. So the first one would be 0 into 0.5. Again, any number multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay. Next one is 0.3 in probability is 0.5 into 0. Okay. Second one is 0.4 into 3 is how much?
1.2.
1.2. Next one, 0.1 into 3.
0.3.
0.2.
2.
Calculate RI minus ER. So the first one will be nil only. 0 minus 0, again 0. Okay. Second one.
The last one is 0.3.
Sorry. Total.
Ma'am, 0.3. The last.
0.3 is it?
Ma'am.
Okay. Tell me the total.
1.5.
1.5. Okay. So the total summation of ER is 1.5. So RI minus ER. RI is how much for the first one? It is 0 minus 1.5. It is minus 1.5. Next one. RI is how much?
3.
3 minus 1.5. It is 1.5. Third one also 3 minus 1.5. It is 1.5. Square it out now. Square it out.
2.25. Hello.
Yeah.
2.25.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Can you check out whether have we done RI minus ER correctly?
Ma'am, it's wrong.
Tell the values. Tell the values.
Now for second it is minus 0.8, ma'am.
Minus?
0.8.
Minus 0.8. How did you get, Prasad?
Ma'am, sorry. Ma'am, wait, ma'am. 1.8, ma'am.
1.8.
Eight.
Okay.
And next is 2.7.
2.7.
7.
Okay. Square it out.
Yeah. 3.24, ma'am. Second one.
First one. I want the first one. Square of 1.5.
2.25.
2.25. Second one. 1.8 square.
3.24.
3.24.
4.
Okay. 2.7 square.
7.29.
7.29. Okay. Multiply the last column, Pi into Ri minus Er square.
1.125.
Okay.
1.296. Third one is
1.125.
296.
1.296.
0.729.
Okay. Total.
Um, I think it's wrong. 1.8, 2.7, it's all wrong.
Which
Because
one,
you
ma?
ma'am, the Ri minus
Yeah.
ER.
So what we did earlier was right, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
1.5.
I think, yeah, ma'am, it's correct.
Prasad.
Ma'am, he did 3 minus 1.2. It's supposed to be 3 minus 1.5, right?
Total.
Yeah, ma'am. So the previous one's also correct.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am. I made a mistake.
Okay, Prasad. So 1.5. So 3 minus 1.5 again is 1.5. Can anyone square it out? Ri minus Er square.
Ma'am, it's all 2.25.
Okay. 2.25. 2.25. Multiply with probability. 2.25 into 0.5. 2.25 into 0.5.
1.25.
1.25. Okay. 1.25. Yes. 2.25 into 0.4.
0.9.
0.9. Okay. 2.25 into 0.1.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the first one is 1.125.
First one 1.125. Are you sure? 2.25 into 0.5.
Yes, ma'am, it's correct. It's correct.
Okay. Second one 2.25 into 0.4.
0.9, ma'am.
0.9. Okay, that is right. Then last one.
0.225.
2.25. Find out the total.
2.25.
Total is called as summation. Summation of Pi into Ri minus Er square.
2.25.
2.25. So we'll find standard deviation now. So the formula for standard deviation when probability is known is root of summation Pi into Ri minus Er whole square. So how much is it? It is 2.25. Okay. So this is called variance. If I do not remove the root, that is called variance. And if you remove the root, that is your standard deviation. How much is your standard deviation?
1.5, ma'am.
1.5%. Take a note of it, 1.5%. So now after you do it, just do a comparison with the return and risk and let me know which company would be preferable for investment. So the return that you will take here is your expected return. So ABC company's return is 2.8, XYZ's return is 1.5. ABC company's risk is 1.3 and XYZ it's 1.5. Which company will you select? Okay, Bhavita. Sashi, can you unmute yourself, Sashi? Sashi,
Yes, ma'am.
what values were they?
Ma'am, first it was wrong, ma'am. Then second, I calculated it properly, ma'am.
Okay. That is what I got a doubt seeing the values. Fine. Okay. Bhavita, just check with the interpretation, ma. What you told is wrong. Check with the interpretation. Bhavita, did you check the interpretation? Grishma, Sashi, your interpretation is right. Okay, so students write an interpretation that you would select company ABC as the investment avenue instead of XYZ, because when compared to returns also ABC company is giving you a higher return than and the risk also involved in ABC company is lesser, whereas XYZ company it is the risk involved is high. Okay. So write an interpretation that as an investor, we would invest in company ABC because the risk involved is less and the return involved is more. Have you all done with the interpretation? Have you all done with the interpretation? Okay. So students, can we proceed with the next question? Is it done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Okay, so this is your next question. Please look into the question. They've told the expected return from the shares of two company under 4 economic conditions are given below. They have asked us to compute the expected rate of return and risk measured by standard deviation for both the companies. Which share will you choose? The first option is if you are an investor who expects maximum returns when compared to risk, then which company will you select? The second question asked is if you want to minimize your risk without considering your return parameter, then which company would you prefer? So here what have they given is the probability is given to you of occurrence is given to you, and companies A return and company B return is given to you under 4 different economic conditions. So normally economic conditions, there are 4 types of business cycles that a particular economy faces. We have boom, we have depression, recovery, recession, and then recovery. Okay, so recession, we know where all the GDP level of the country will, will entirely go down, inflation will be high, and it is a very bad situation for a particular country or an economy. So at those times, the shares that are traded in the stock markets also will give you a negative returns. Okay, so if you look into the first column talks about the business cycle or the economic condition of a particular country. So the first economic condition that is given is recession, followed by the GDP level where it is increasing. So we can consider that as a recovery stage, and then GDP where it is 5 to 7%, again recovery stage, and then when the GDP is more than 7%, we can consider that as boom stage. Okay, so this economic condition is just given for us to analyze, but that has nowhere an impact on your calculations. Okay, now look into the second column. They have given us the probability and make sure that the total probability is 1. Okay, and when it comes to company A and company B, they have given us the returns in terms of percentage under 4 different economic conditions. So the calculation part when probability is given remains the same. So we are going to do firstly for company A. So give the heading calculation of risk and return of company A. Okay. So your columns will remain the same. So can anyone help me out in telling the values? Can anyone unmute? Any volunteer?
Yes, ma'am.
Prasad only is there. Huh? Okay,
No,
yes, Prasad. Probability?
0.15, ma'am.
0.15. Remember, we are doing only for company A. Yes, 0.15.
0.35,
Okay.
0.40,
Okay.
0.10.
0.10. Okay. Return of company A. So return is expressed as RI
So 12%,
minus or plus?
12, ma'am. Minus.
Minus. So minus 12. Okay. Then
5%,
okay.
12,
Ah,
20.
20. Calculate ER. How do you calculate expected return? Again, I'm repeating, students. The ER stands for expected return. E expected, R return. So expected return is equal to PI into RI. So how much is PI? 0.15 into minus 12. Please do consider minus also here. How much? 0.15 into minus 12.
Minus 1.8, ma'am.
Very good. Minus 1.8. Next one. 0.35. 0.35 into 5. 0.35 into 5.
1.7.
1.7.
Okay, 1.75. Yes, Cheryl, continue.
Next one is
0.4 into 12.
4.8.
4.8. Next, 0.10 into 20.
2.
2. Total ER.
Summation 1.8.
Prasad, total 1.75 plus 4.8 plus 2 minus 1.8.
6.75, ma'am.
6.75. Are you all getting the same values? Others?
Yes,
Are you all getting the same values? Others?
yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we'll proceed to the next column now. RI minus ER. See, so whenever you take ER, it is a total of the ER value and not the individual ER. Please remember, here is where we go wrong. Last time also we went from here only. Okay. RI is the individual return. I repeat, RI that we take here is the individual return of these stocks at the different economic conditions. But ER is the total ER value that we will have to take. So what is the first one?
12 into 6.
First one. Minus 12 minus 6.75. How much?
6.7. I mean 5.25, ma'am.
5.25. Okay. Second one, it is 5 minus 6.75.
Minus 1.75.
Okay, minus 1.75. Third one, 12 minus 6.75.
5.25, ma'am.
5.25. Next, 20 minus 6.75.
13.25.
13.25. Square it out now. So next column, RI minus ER square. 5.25 square. 5.25 square.
27.56.
27.56. Next 1.75 square.
3.06.
3.06. Okay. 5.25 again 27.56. 13.25 square.
170.
175.6.
170 na?
175.
176.
0.56.
0.56. Multiply with probability now. 27.56 into 0.115.
4.134.
Ma'am, RI minus ER, it's minus 12 minus 6.75, no, ma'am.
Where is it? Which point, Lochan?
First one, ma'am, minus 12 minus 6.75. So that's
How much are you getting?
it should be minus 18.75, ma'am.
Minus into minus is plus, no?
Yes,
But minus symbol remains same. Okay. How much?
Minus 18.75.
1 minute. Students, please be careful when you are doing a minus signature problems. Minus 18.75. So how much is your RI minus ER square?
351.56.
351.56.
351.56. 6. 6.
Okay. So 351.56 into 0.15.
52.73, ma'am.
52.73.
0.73.
Okay. So students, again, I'm repeating. See, here also we have a minus symbol followed by a minus. So minus into minus and minus becomes plus, but your minus symbol remains the same. Okay. PI into RI. So the second one, 3.06 into 0.35. 3.06 into 0.35.
1.071.
071. Okay. 27.56 into 0.4.
11.024.
11.024. Okay. 175.
17.55.
17.55. Okay. Now calculate standard deviation. Standard deviation is equal to root of summation PI into RI minus ER squared. So how much is your variance? Your variance is, what is the total of this column?
82.34.
Total of the last column?
82.34, ma'am.
82.34. So your variance is 82.34 and your standard deviation is
9.074.
9.074%. So similarly do for company Y, company B also. So your variance is 82.34 or 35 if you have rounded off. And your standard deviation is 9.074. Be fast to do it for company B also. Or let me know if you have done so that I put it on the board only. Probability remains the same. ER total 10. Chetan, ER total ER 6.75, no? Chetan, can you unmute Chetan? Okay, fine. Do it for company B and let me know the answer soon. How much is your expected return for company B? Expected return of company B. Have you all done this on done company A? Can I erase it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so company B we will do now. See, be careful when you are using plus symbols and minus symbols and all those, because When you try to multiply or square it out, your values will change. Okay, so we are doing for company B now. What is the return? Minus 22, 14, 22, 36. Can anyone tell what is ER? 0.15 into minus 26.
Minus
Sorry,
3.3.
Minus
3.3.
3.3. Okay. Next one. 14
4.9.
into 0.35.
4.9.
4.9. Next. 22 into 0.4.
8.8.
8.8. 36 into 0.1.
3.6.
3.6. Total of ER.
14.
So total of ER is 14. Now RI minus ER. Again, please be careful whenever you do RI minus ER. RI will be the individual return and ER will be the total expected return. Okay, so RI is 22 minus 14. How much? 8?
Minus 8, ma'am.
Okay, this is minus. Yeah, again, Prasad, minus into minus is plus.
36, ma'am.
But minus symbol will remain same.
36.
36 minus 36. Okay, always remember whenever you get both as minus symbol, minus and minus will become plus, but minus symbol will be carried forward. Okay, next one. RI is how much? 14 minus 14. 0. Next one. 22 minus 14. 8. 36 minus 14.
22.
22. Square it out. 36 square. 36 square.
1296.
RI minus ER we have already found. Square root of that.
1296, ma'am.
1296. Are you sure? Cheryl? Okay. 1296. Okay. Next one is 0. So 0 square is obviously 0. 8 square.
64.
64. 22 square.
484.
Huh?
484, ma'am.
484. Now multiply RI minus ER square we have already got. Multiply this value with the probability that we have. So 1296 into 0.15. 1296 into 0.15.
194.4, ma'am.
194.4. Okay. Next is 0. Next. 64 into 0.4.
25.6, ma'am.
25.6. Next one. 484.1.
48.4, ma'am.
48.4. Total it. And your formula would be standard deviation is equal to root of summation Pi into Ri minus ER square. How much?
Total is 268.4, ma'am.
268.4. So your variance is 268.4 and your standard deviation is
0.38%.
16.38, ma'am.
okay. 16.38%. Now, if you look into the first question, once you calculate, look into the first question they have asked. So what is the first question? 1 minute. There's a typing error. Okay, so the first question that they have asked is if you want maximum returns. Okay, if you want maximum returns irrespective of the risk involved. So without considering risk, I am not bothered about risk, but I am bothered only about returns. So based on returns, which company would you select? Based on returns, yes, Grishma, you're right. Good, Bhavita. Yes. So based on only return, if your criteria is only to look into return, Lochan, you're also right. We would invest only in company B when compared to company A. Though the risk is very high in company B, the first criteria that they've asked is you are an investor who is not bothered about risk, but only concerned about return. Because in financial management or portfolio management, it is always considered that higher the risk, higher the returns. Okay. So if you take only return as a parameter for selecting, then you would select in company B. So interpretation for the first question, you would write that as an investor who is concerned about returns, we would select company B when compared to company A as the returns are higher. Now, what is the second question? They've asked if you want minimum risk irrespective of returns. So now what is happening? I am not concerned about returns, but I am more concerned about the risk that is involved. So I am a person who would like to minimize my risk. So at that time, which company will you select? At that time, yes, very good. We would select company A. So for the second question, write an interpretation that you would invest your money in company A because the risk involved is comparatively very less than company B. Okay. So students, hope you understood the problem. Tomorrow we will do this particular problem and then move on to the next module. Okay. So thank you all for joining. Have a nice day ahead. Leela ma'am, thank you ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.